In this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at one of the best dashboards ever fitted to a car. This is the dashboard out of my Citroen GSA right behind me here. Or actually it isn't, this is the one it should wear. Notice how the speedo rotates. I can make it rotate by wiggling it around like that. So we've got a rotating drum digital speedometer, very, very fancy. The one in the car, the bulb has gone behind it. So I need to find out where on earth the bulb is for that part. I'm not even sure. And then we've got to try and get it out and change the bulb. This is a low spec one. So you don't get a rev counter, you just get the Citroen logo. And you don't get a digital clock, it just says special. And that's what Giselle is. Giselle is a GSA special, but someone's fitted a Palace top of the range interior at some point, which is why she has the nicer seats and the rev counter and clock. Fancy stuff, heady days. So yeah, we've got to try and work out how on earth you get the speedometer bulb, which must be in here somewhere. There's a big bulb there. Could it be that one? Or is that a more generic bulb? Or is there something under here? That would be a bit weird. We've got fuel gauge light is there. Yeah, that's the one that lights up the Citroen logo. So could it be this one? This is quite a bright bulb there. That's like a 5-watt bulb. In its little holder. Is that what lights up the speedometer? I think it might be actually. It's kind of aimed in like that, so I think that's what we need to replace. To fill everyone in, my Citroen GSA behind me has been off the road for some time. Mostly my fault. I managed to fry the alternator. I was trying to adjust the belt tension, shorted something out, killed the voltage regulator on the alternator, discovered this some miles from home, and on the drive home blew quite a lot of bulbs. Yeah, we've lost a dashboard light, and I think we lost a headlight and the number plate lights. One of the number plate lights had blown as well, possibly both. So that went well. And we've got an alternator fitted. It was noisy and horrible for quite some time, but viewers of the Hub Notes channel, I put a little vlog out last week, it's actually running perfectly now and charging. I haven't done anything. So either the brushes have now just bedded in on the refurbished alternator and the bearings have got some lubricant on them somehow, or she's just playing with me and it's all going to go horribly wrong at some point. I have no way of knowing at this point. I will just quickly give you another update as well on the 2CV. I've been out in the 2CV today, having a lovely time. The 2CV had a loose shock absorber front mount, front shock absorber bolts to a triangular plate, and when we went off-roading, must have shaken out a couple of the bolts. 2 were finger tight and 1 gone completely. So that's why I got a front end clonk on Ellie the 2CV. Oil pressure light turned out to be a disconnected wire of all things. So yeah, all sorted, much better. But yeah, we're inching very slowly closer to getting an MOT on Giselle, and well, some say it isn't actually part of the MOT, and maybe it isn't. I still think having an illuminated speedo is a very good idea. It really does help. They illuminate all the time, so they do blow bulbs a bit more regularly than normal cars. Now on modern cars, you're used to the instrument binnacle lighting up day or night, whether the lights are on or not. But that was a bit unusual back in the late 1970s when the GSA was developed. And it's something that Citroen actually stuck with, the BX. I'm not sure, yeah, the Mark 1 BXs still had a rotating drum speedometer. The Mark 2 BX, vastly redesigned, but still had the illumination whether the lights were on or off. So they had a separate warning to tell you when the lights were on. This is enough waffle. Let's see if I can get this out. So we've definitely got a securing screw up here by the look of it, but I think you have to get in and free it from the side. And we've got the joy of getting the speedo cable off. I seem to remember that is one of those really joyous jobs where we might have to disconnect the gearbox end in order to be able to pull this out. We'll see. Okay, so this isn't too difficult to do. You take the speaker out here, and then I can get my hand in here, and I can actually reach that bulb that I was wondering about. So can I get it out? Oh, it's fumbling around in the dark, isn't it? The joys of a French maid. I'm aware of actually she's Spanish. Oh, there we go. There we go. But is that the one? Let's put the ignition back on. No, now I've got no rev counter illumination, so I think it must be a different bulb. So that can go back in. There we go, I've got my rev counter illumination. So this bulb here is not the one, that's not what's illuminating the speedometer. So I think there must be a bulb in here. Hold on, important discovery. I think that is what we're after, which slots into the bottom here. And that has to be it, because that's where the speedometer is. So I think that's our Badger. Can I reach it from underneath, I wonder? No. Someone at Citroen decided that would be way too easy. Oh, considerable effort has been expended. I've disconnected the cable at the gearbox end and then tugged it, which has disconnected it from here, which means we can now actually tip this forward, disconnect the connectors, and I guess that one as well, and that should mean we can get this out now. Remember, green was right and white was left. No, something else preventing it. Oh no, it's just catching on there. Oh, there isn't really room to get this out with a steering wheel in place. It's not a very easy steering wheel to remove, so I do not want to go there. Can we just make enough space? Yes, just about. Ah, there we go. Aha, and this is what I suspect is our Duff bulb. Oh yeah, that's been cooked. So I'll put that to one side and we'll pop that one in. There we go. It points to where every item is on the car, which I think is quite useful. Okay, that goes on there. That goes on there. Allegedly. It's the wrong way up, you fool. There we go. Clunk, clunk, click. Let's power on. Oh, sorry, Giselle. Put your wipers on. So there we go. We've got stop, battery, oil pressure. And in theory, that should make lots of other lights come on. I think that's meant to be your test. It doesn't do that. But I know we haven't got rev counter or speedo. It's a little worrisome. Let's pop the lights on. There is a main beam warning, but it doesn't seem to work. But then we've got one on here anyway, so I'm not sure it's meant to work. And low pads I'm not going to be able to test. So why have we now got no illumination at all for speedo and rev counter? That's a little concerning. Oh, we have now. I've disconnected that cable. So now I'm wondering if I put a bulb. Oh no, there we go. Everything is now lighting up as it should. Will it once I've put it back in the car? That's an important question. Oh my gosh, this feels like computer generated graphics or something. This is very fancy. Okay then, it's time to give this thing a try. Handbrake on. Yes, that's the handbrake. Gear lever, surprisingly conventional. And we'll see whether she'll start, and we'll go for a test drive just to make sure everything works. No. We've lost the lights again. That is just a wiggly wire. For goodness sake. There we go, our wiggled wires. We have the lights working again. Oh, she does suffer badly from fuel drop back, but there we go. Now she's over choking. Keep an eye on the mirror. We'll wait for the car to start rising. Back end's going up. Front end is following. Got a bit of a flicker going on. No power steering, unfortunately, in these air-cooled hydraulic Citroens. Make sure we're not going to hit the Berlingo. Yeah, speedometer is working. Yeah, there we go. That is the coolest dashboard ever known to man, isn't it? So the main stop's warning, but warning is operating. What I'm not getting is the low hydraulic pressure, which is a little tiresome, but there we go. But yeah, I can't hear the alternator bearing sounding good. Yeah, sounding good. Still on private land, of course. We're not going out on the public highway, but keep it moving. The steering remains fairly light. So there we go, mixed success. We've definitely got the speedometer bulb working again, but we seem to have lost the high pressure hydraulic warning. But like I say, that is associated with the stoplight. So if there was a sudden loss of hydraulic pressure, the stoplight would come on. And when the stoplight comes on, that really does mean stop now. That means you've got a major issue of some sort. But there we go, we are stepping closer all the time. Okay. Grab my trusty voltmeter. Negative. Oh. Positive. Look at that. Healthy 14 volts or so. Right, let's see what happens when I pop the lights on. Perfect. So it's quite usual on these older cars, but the voltage will drop a bit if you've got the oh, it's fallen off again. If you've got the headlights on tick over, the alternators just don't put out enough volts really. But a gentle raising of the revs, and we're comfortably over 14 again. So for whatever reason, fixed. Miracle. So there we go, not the most thrilling update, but nonetheless the best speedometer in the world is now illuminated again, so we can call that a result even if we've lost another bulb for the hydraulic warning. Not to worry, we've still got something kicking in, but yeah, the important thing is she is charging again, and as you can hear, just sounds absolutely beautiful again. So we're not going to get an MOT on her this week. It's too late now, the garage is too busy. Also got stuff on. Also, it doesn't make any sense because I can't tax her really. There's no point taxing her in September, tax her in October. So we will hopefully get her on the road. Hopefully there will still be some good weather. Good weather is proving in very short supply at the moment. Today's lovely, previous days have not been, which has impacted filming. Lots of things we wanted to film. Got lots of test drives lined up and you just can't do them in terrible weather. So bear with, got some very interesting test drives coming up. So thank you for watching. Thank you if you watched last week's update over on Hub Notes, and yeah, happy Citroen days, apart from the slashed arms and the grease from all over the place, because trying to get the speedo cable in was a pig. Glad I didn't film it, a lot of swearing. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we shall see you in a future video. Farewell.